Hi everyone, so welcome to week 1 of Principles of Management Accounting. The code for this course is EMD614. We're at week 1 and the topic for this week is the Introduction to Management Accounting. You should have access to the notes for this week, and if you haven't bought a textbook by now, don't worry. The notes should be more than sufficient to help you for this week, but we will refer to the textbook chapters that's also applicable for this week. Alright, so I'm just going to be basically running through this video and talking you through the notes that we will cover this week. So week 1 is Introduction to Management Accounting, and those are sort of the objectives for this week, just to highlight that these are the textbook chapters that you will, if you have access to the textbooks. Chapter 1, you will read through Chapter 1. Chapter 2, you will read in depth, but 2.4 and 2.6 only briefly. And then Chapter 3 in depth, but 3.5 and the appendix only briefly. Alright, so pre-lecture questions really is, what is management accounting and how does it differ from financial accounting? What is cost classification and why is it important if you want to be a CA? Or not just a CA, if you want to be in any management position one day, which you guys already are. And then lastly, what is cost estimation and how do you need to apply it? And then the tutorials for this week, there will be multiple choice questions which is available online. And then for this week, it will not be graded, but from starting next week, all the multiple choice questions will be graded. And then also we have long questions. The long questions, there will be long questions every week, but the long questions will not be graded. However, it's extremely vital for exam preparation because the long questions will give you an idea of what to expect in the final exams. Alright, so just to jump straight into it, in this video, I'm just going to be going through the first objective for this week, which is really understanding management accounting and distinguishing between management accounting and financial accounting. So in the notes, that is effectively just this table. So the difference between financial accounting and management accounting. So all I want to highlight over here is that financial accounting, which is a separate subject as to that which we are focused on in this module, is geared towards external users of accounting information. So I, Alton Pullen, do not work for a company like ShopRite or a company like Apple. However, I can get ShopRite's financial statements or I can get Apple's financial statements. And so I'm an external user, but I'll be able to get access to that information. And the way that that information is prepared is so that someone like me with a basic understanding of accounting will be able to understand that financial statements. Alright, whereas management accounting is geared towards internal users of accounting information and users of management accounting information. So for example, I do not work for Apple, I do not work for ShopRite, so I will not have access to their management accounts. So it's geared toward whoever is working in that organization who needs to make a decision. And so the information in the management accounting information is really compiled for the internal users or the internal decision makers of a company. Right, and then the second distinction is that financial accounting or financial reporting uses past events to record information in compliance with generally accepted accounting practice, which is a South African term which stands for GAAP. However, South Africa and the rest of the world since 2006 has to comply with international financial reporting standards. And basically what this is, it's sort of like English grammar, where there's certain standards for English grammar. So all that IFRS is, it's like financial grammar. In other words, financial accounting information must comply with certain principles. And these principles are outlined in the International Financial Reporting Standards, and it's so that anyone who has a basic understanding of these principles or this grammar, they'll be able to understand what the financial accounts are saying. And so all companies that are listed on any stock exchange. In South Africa, the JSE, in the US, the New York Stock Exchange, or any stock exchange out there, they all have to comply with international financial reporting standards, and that consists of certain principles which everyone needs to understand, which everyone needs to understand, and once they understand it, anyone with that understanding will be able to read the financial accounts. Whereas management accounting, which is what we focused on here, uses financial accounting reports, but the important thing is it is about making decisions about the future, and that's really the focus of this course, is using any information really to make decisions about the future, and that's kind of more powerful, I think, than just using past information to make a decision, to basically report on a past event. Alright, so that's it for this video. Yeah, I'll come back in the next video just to continue with this week's work. Thank you.